And news just coming in, Iran has announced new appointments to head the Revolutionary Guard and armed forces following the assassinations of former leaders Mohammad Bagheri and Hussein Salami in Israeli strikes. The Israeli state media has reported. Well, Habibullah Sayari, the current Navy chief, will replace Bagheri, while Ahmad Wahidi, the interior minister, will take over Salami's position. The appointments come amid reports of Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear and military targets, including the Natanz facility, resulting in the deaths of several nuclear scientists. And the situation that's developing, we have Iran that's announced new appointments to head the Revolutionary Guards and armed forces. And now this is following the assassinations of former leaders Mohammad Bagheri and Hussein Salami in Israeli strikes. The Israeli state media has given us this report, and Habibullah Sayari, the current Navy chief, will replace Bagheri, while Ahmad Wahidi, the interior minister, will take over Salami's position. The appointment comes amid reports of Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear and military targets, including the Natanz facility, resulting in the deaths of several nuclear scientists. And for the latest, we're joined by Fleur Hassan Nahum, Israel Special Envoy for Trade and Innovation. He's also the former Deputy Mayor for Jerusalem. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast on WION World this one.
Sure. How are you?
Right, so let me begin by asking, we're seeing a sharp downturn in the crypto markets following Israeli strikes on Iran. And to what extent do you think this reflects the growing investor nervousness about the escalation in the region and its potential ripple effect on the global financial landscape?
Well, first of all, war is not good for financial markets in general. It's an unstable situation when there's a war. But unfortunately, Israel has been left with no choice but to deal with this ourselves. Iran was on the cusp of getting a nuclear weapon that could destroy our country. They've also said many times that they aim to destroy Israel. And so when people keep telling you that they want to kill you, we should believe them.
Right, and now we know that the situation is extremely tense and also unpredictable. Now, from your perspective, what does this escalation mean for the world at large, and particularly for international trade and commerce, if diplomatic efforts fail to ease in the coming days?
Well, it really depends what you see as a future for the region. So I see that the region can be a much better and prosperous region without the Islamic Republic of Iran that has spent the last 40 years exporting terrorism, funding terrorism, and essentially creating all of the terrible terror, not just in the region, but around the world. Once you get rid of the Islamic Republic of Iran, if this is what is to proceed from what's happened in the last 24 hours, you can see a much more prosperous region and a safer world.
Right, Fleur, and that leads me to my next question. We know the Strait of Hormuz is a key choke point for nearly a fifth of the world's oil supply. And if Iran were to disrupt this route, as it has threatened, we could see a dramatic rise in oil prices and further pressure on an already fragile global economy. What's your assessment of the situation on that front?
It could happen, but I think America has made it very clear that they're not involved in the attacks. And I think Iran is quite aware of the fact that if America does get into this war, they're completely finished. So maybe that is their deterrence at the moment.
Right. Thank you so much, Flo, for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective with us.
Thank you.